Breaking news for the world's biggest economy. The United States just lost its last perfect credit rating. Here's what that actually means and why it matters to you. Let's make sense of it, step by step. First, what's a credit rating? A credit rating is a bit like a financial trust score for countries. It tells the world how likely a country is to pay back money it borrows. The highest score, called AAA, means a country is seen as extremely reliable, like someone who always pays their bills on time. Lower scores mean a country might be a riskier bet. Who decides these ratings? There are three big companies, Moody's, S&P, and Fitch, called credit rating agencies. Their job is to research and judge how safe it is to lend money to countries and big companies. They look at things like how much debt a country has, how strong its economy is, and whether its leaders have a plan to manage money responsibly. So what just happened? Moody's, the last agency still giving the US the top AAA rating, just downgraded it to AA1. That's still a strong score, but it's no longer the best. The reason? Moody's says the US government has been spending much more than it brings in for years, leading to a mountain of debt, over $36 trillion, and growing interest payments. They also pointed out that politicians haven't agreed on a real plan to fix this, so the debt just keeps rising. How does the US compare to other countries? Countries like Germany, Switzerland, Australia, and Canada still have that perfect AAA rating. Now, the US is in the same group as the UK and France, still trustworthy, but not at the very top. What happened in the markets after the downgrade? After Moody's announcement, investors got nervous and started selling US government bonds, also known as Treasuries. When lots of people sell these bonds, their prices drop and the interest rates, or yields, go up. On Monday, the yield on the 30-year Treasury jumped above 5%, and the 10-year yield rose to about 4.5%, the highest level seen since 2023. These yields matter because they help set the rates for things like mortgages, car loans, and credit cards. So, when yields go up, borrowing money can get more expensive for everyone. Why does this matter for everyday people? When a country's rating drops, it usually has to pay higher interest to borrow money because lenders see it as a bit riskier. For the US, that means more taxpayer money could go toward paying off debt instead of things like schools or healthcare. It can also mean higher interest rates for things like mortgages and car loans, and a weaker US dollar compared to other currencies. Some experts say this downgrade is a wake-up call about America's growing debt and spending habits. Others believe the US is still one of the safest places to invest, so the short-term impact might not be huge, but it's a clear warning that even the world's largest economy can't ignore its bills forever. For more simple explainers on big financial news, follow Echoo and check out our profile for easy guides and smart updates.